What's up, my individuals? If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe. Come and hang out with us. Be a part of this. Be a part of this. Because it's awesome and we're going to make this world a better place. I promise you that. But I need your help. I need you to stick around. And to all of you guys who have subscribed to me and just believe in me, thank you so much. I believe in you too. Thank you. And without further ado, let's get right into this. Let's get it on. It's late. It's late. Okay, let's start. Number 1, the first sign and wonder and experience, I should say, that you might be an INFP is authenticity and your identity. By authenticity, I mean being true to yourself and being true to your own experiences and your own values and your own vision, I guess you could say. Also, just being true to what you believe in. And an INFP will be this, like they embody this vision of being ideal. You know, an INFP is an idealist, and at least how I see it, and you guys can just let me know how you feel about this, but how I see it and how I've done it as an INFP is, I think that my extroverted intuition, like I empathize with people. I go in their life, and that sounds kind of creepy. I kind of journey with them in their life and see and feel what I like most about them and what I think is truly great in them. And then I take that for myself and I put it as a part of myself. And it's like an INFP will take all these different parts of what they think is great in other people and add it to themselves. So in a way, I think that a healthy INFP will be the best version of other people. I think that's really cool. And just an example of that is, like, I've had a couple people tell me that I've met recently that just about, you know, how authentic I am. They meet me in person and they just tell me, you know, wow, I can't believe it. You're exactly how you talk in person. You know, you're all real. I'm like, yeah, I can't stand being fake. I am. And another example of this is just, I would say in high school, I had to be authentic and true to who I was, and I wasn't being, well, I shouldn't say wasn't being, but when I became a Christian and I started to believe in God and Jesus, I wanted to be, I should say, authentic to God and authentic to the Bible. And I lost a lot of friends. They judged me, and they kind of just looked down on me for that. And I still was compassionate towards them and loving towards them, because that's how an INFP is, even when they're being judged. And I had to be true to myself, though. I had an experience with God, and I fell in love with God. So I had to be true to that, even if it meant some of my friends hating me and losing popularity too. Number 2 is, and this one, I don't know why, but I think this is so fascinating. Number 2 is that an INFP, specifically male, these next 2 points are going to be specifically male. Not saying that some females can't have this, but as a male, I have this experience in our society and in my home. And number 2 is that an INFP male will be, or some females, will be a true chameleon. Now, some people will say that INFJs are the true chameleon. Well, I would have a bone to pick with you and say that INFP males are the chameleon that even the INFJ can't spot. And I am so confident in that because, like, I can spot an INFJ easily, and I have, and some of my best friends are INFJs, and it's just funny because, like, an INFJ can get along with other people, and like, I can see that when they're in groups, but like, at least me as an INFP male, I have like 20 different masks, and people will know different versions of me, and I can get along with any group of people, like any culture, any group of people, unless they're actually evil. That's a different story. But I could, like, in high school, I would go and mingle with every group of people, and they would truly and genuinely get along with me. And, you know, I think that just comes from, like, you know, an INFP male, when they're this chameleon, can be extremely introverted or extremely extroverted at like the coin flip, you know, when they feel like it's best to be that way, to blend in the best, you know what I mean? And they learn to do that. I think that that's because they see the value in people and the value of wanting to understand people. And INFP will generally treat everyone the same. And to get really deep on you, I think that that's because they know that they are no better than anyone else, and that treating everyone the same is really following like the golden rule. You know, treat others how you want to be treated. And I think that INFPs will generally do that, and maybe that's why they blend in so much, is because they treat everyone in each different group how they would want to be treated themselves. If that makes any sense. Number 3, that INFPs have a hard outer shell. And this is male specific too, because as an INFP male, I was bullied a lot, and like, I wouldn't say physically bullied, but told to man up. And that's just kind of how women, men, and society will treat the INFP male. And, you know, they still feel everything. Like, I would still feel everything, but over time I make this shell, which, you know, goes with a chameleon thing, and that's to just protect myself from pain, and really protect myself and hide the pain of who I really am, I guess. Because when I do open up to people, and when an INFP male does open up to people, it's shocking. Like, you're like, whoa, I didn't know that any of that was in there. I had no idea. And a story of this is when I was in a therapy session with my pastors, and I really opened up to them and got like really serious, you know, and they were just shocked, and they told my sister that they were shocked about how much Andy knew, and like how deeply he felt and how deeply he thought. And it's kind of funny because like, I can look at it from their point of view and laugh, because I can just see that, you know, it's like, wow, whoa, that came from left field, you know. But to get past that outer shell, it's really hard to do. Like, basically nobody will get past that outer shell. Yeah, maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. I'm sure with time, time will tell me that. So number 4 is, ooh baby, this one hurts. It's sensitivity. Yeah, I am a sensitive soul. If you're an INFP, you're probably a sensitive soul too. I am an HSP, a highly sensitive person too. And man, yeah, and yeah. To just start that off, it's like, you know, I hate cruelty. I hate injustice. I hate despair. You know, all of those feelings, those are like kind of the negative feelings. And, you know, there's positive feelings too, like love and the different types of love, like agape and all those different types of love. And, you know, there's sensitivity to that, you know, the positive and the negative. Because an INFP will see the positive and the negative. An example of this is like the movie Titanic. I'm sure that most of you have seen the movie Titanic. Basically, the whole ship, it's a love story, two people on a ship, and the whole ship sinks at the end from an iceberg. And I was so disturbed by that, and I still am to this day as a child, that I literally can't watch it. And because everybody dies and the existential dread is just so much for me to handle, that I get lost in that feeling, and it encompasses me for weeks, and I can't handle it. It wrecks my outlook on life, because I feel those feelings of, you know, the ship's gonna sink, we're going down. That's just one example. I mean, I can't watch horror movies. I hate them. I hate them. I can't watch them because I get so deep into what they're feeling and what they want you to feel that I feel like I'm actually there. And that's just, yeah, that's just a really sensitive thing. And, you know, I can't help but have, like, I can feel what people are feeling around me. I'm very sensitive to that. I have a desire to help people, and no matter what, and I'll throw myself under the bus to do that. And really, it's just you know, being certain of how I feel, and because I'm so sensitive to how I feel, and I spend so much time thinking about how I feel, that I know how I feel. And I think that makes, you know, a lot of people really confused when I tell them like exactly how I feel. And, you know, an INFP just wants to be understood, really. And yeah. So on another note, though, with being sensitive, is that I hate bullying. Like, I have this deep hatred for bullying. And I have this story from when I was in elementary school. One of my best friends got clotheslined in football. And he was just looking at me like, oh, Andy, oh. And I saw that, and I got so sad and angry that I ended up going over to the other kid, and pow, I punched him right in the stomach. And we almost got in a really big fight, but people were holding us back, and we were totally fine after that. We were like, yeah, we didn't mean to do it. But at that moment, you know, I hated seeing my best friend suffer. So that's probably why I did that. And I'm so sensitive. It's ridiculous, you guys. And most INFPs out there, I bet you are too. Number 5 is the deepest dislike of conflict. I can't stand conflict. The best way I could describe it is, in high school there was this group of people fighting. They were fist fighting, and everyone was around them, like cheering them on, like, yeah, get him, yeah, bop, 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 you know. And I was just so, I had to like hide in a corner because I was so disturbed that these two people wanted to hit each other and relish in their anger and their hatred for each other. And I was just thinking in my mind, like, don't they know that this is going to harm them physically and mentally? Because it would for me, like, it would scar me to be in a fight, you know, and I wouldn't want people to watch and cheer. But conflict just disturbs me. It brings up this deep feeling of like no, I will do anything to avoid that. Which is contradictory because, you know, I don't want to step on anybody to get what I want. Like, that's what I do when I avoid conflict. But I will stand up for my beliefs and stand up for what I believe in. And if it does come to conflict, I just have to deal with that, I guess. And yeah. Number 5, INFPs They hate conflict. Finally, just to close this video, I just want to say that something that's been happening to me recently is, and I just want to share this. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm supposed to share it with you guys and girls. And I feel like I'm supposed to tell you to learn to connect your will and emotions, and at the same time make yourself pure, make your heart pure, make yourself have inner harmony, and be clear. Let your conscience be clear, you know. And for me, it's like I give it to God, you know. I give it all to God, and I just say, Lord, please make me pure. And I just think that will help you become such a force, as if you align your will and your emotions. And I just want you to work on that, especially if you're an INFP. If you're not, that's cool too. But if you are, learn to align your will and your emotions and see where that takes you. Because when you do, you're going to be a force to be reckoned with, and you're going to make this world a better place. And I believe that. Thank you guys for coming by. I probably babbled on a whole lot, but I am so appreciative of you guys stopping by, and I am gonna continue to make videos, I guess. This is going pretty well. I'm pretty hyped about it, and yeah, thank you so much for believing in me. I believe in you too. Peace out.